Yes, and welcome to the Josh Knows Nothing podcast.
That's it? That's all
That's
you
it.
want to do?
That's all.
Okay.
All right.
He said it. We're back. Episode
5.
5. Wow. And we've got a weird show, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, not weird. It's just we've got some wacky races to talk about. D23. Just happened to have tons of stuff coming out for that.
Yeah.
And then talk about a little bit about the Amazon rainforest to really bring down the show.
Can we mention this is the Hangover edition?
Yeah, we shot our first Patreon. Whenever we do get that set up, content, exclusive content.
Oh, we
It's
also
basically a dumpster fire of just us drinking too much.
Well, really, it's a dumpster fire of you and I drinking too much. Alex going to bed
Yeah, Alex-
early. And
Alex
Emily
plenty.
taking his
I had
place.
shots.
Alex passed out like in the halfway through it. He was like falling asleep at the table, and
Don't
so Emily
belittle
took
my
over.
accomplishments.
Don't worry, you guys hear all about it.
I'll work on piecing that together.
It's
Yeah,
horrifying to listen
Oh yeah. How was your guys' week?
to. That's good. I mean, nothing really happened. Kind of a boring week.
Welcome to Ohio.
It was a struggle. I mean, it was a struggle. My boss went on vacation to Baltimore, so it's just
Fuck you, Baltimore.
yeah. it was me and this other guy with our combined IQ was like 5. So we were just sitting here trying to like figure out how to run the shipping department.
I like how that's an odd number. So one of you has like 1 point higher.
So it was impressive. It was a great week. Not really. It sucked. So
How was yours?
Mine was pretty slow, but I think that it's all been building up till like for tomorrow, because tomorrow
Yeah.
I start my first day of a civilian job,
Woo!
so that'll be exciting, and I have to get my hair cut and all that. I've really been letting myself go.
yeah, you look homeless.
Yeah, I look like if I just slept outside for a few nights. It looks like
No.
I've been out there for
No.
Okay.
No, we made a step in the right direction. You're no longer wearing the white Old Navy t-shirts.
Oh.
With the American flag on the front.
Okay, don't bring those up.
They're
All right.
my favorite.
Emily, how was your week? See if we can get you over there.
Hi. My week was it was long. Had a lot of paperwork for a new job I start tomorrow. So
Fun.
Oh, wait, you start too?
yeah.
Aw,
look
look
at
at
that.
you guys.
We're
Yeah.
grown-ups.
Me and Alex sitting here been like, well, we've been doing that for a while now.
Yeah.
Been on that grind.
Yeah.
Well,
Can't stop, won't stop.
Absolutely not.
Hannah, if you'd like to take us to our first topic here.
What's on the menu?
We're gonna start off with just something I happened to stumble upon, which was they've been doing T-Rex racing.
T-Rex racing.
T-Rex racing at Emerald Downs Racetrack, which is in Auburn, Washington. And I don't know what you think that looks like, but I can guarantee you it's not.
It
what
looks
that is. It's like
miserable, honestly.
it's those inflatable T-Rex costumes.
Let's
like
play
where-
this video here.
yeah.
What is this?
So they like put all the
It's like a field, like a like
it's
like
an actual
horses.
it's an
would be
actual
on it.
racetrack. And they parade them out, and they all have names.
It looks like a
horses do.
weird like they're convicts. Like
Yeah,
they force the
and-
convicts to wear this so they can't get away too quickly.
Like, and they pack it. They have yeah.
It's Dino, Mighty Rex, Dino Dasher. Here comes Ramblin' Rex.
Oh, the one fell.
Charge.
It look crazy.
It's
This one's getting it, man.
it's so crazy. Yeah, the one who won, his name is Regular Unleaded.
Regular
That's
unleaded.
the winner this year.
Incredible.
But what's so funny is because they're taller than an actual human, so they look out of what's essentially like their neck.
Yeah.
So the heads just like flop around. And after the race, because you're not supposed to like actually run in these things, they're deflated, so the heads are bent at this like weird angle. And they all look like they're dying.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just
Well,
it's not
a
okay.
dinosaur suit. It looks ridiculous.
It is.
Especially to run in it.
It's insane. And it all just started I think like this company wanted to do it, just something fun for its sales reps.
Right.
And
I could
people
think of
actually
1,000 other
showed
things
up.
you could have
And then
done.
like ESPN heard about it, and so now it's like, I mean, they have like a commentator.
Now it's an organized sport, and like
it's-
there are people in the stands like,
Yeah.
no, like
Yeah.
they're losing their T-Rex is losing like it's a horse. It's like the people placing bets on unleaded, and it's like
Yeah.
at some point these people aren't even humans anymore. They're just dudes in a dinosaur suit,
Yeah.
and we don't look at them as humans.
Yeah.
Just
Basically.
property.
And like, I mean, they had more than 1 million viewers online last year. I mean,
Wow.
just think about that.
Yeah, it's,
And so to make it more formal, they actually they have the actual starting gate out. So they pack
is
them
that
in.
the
so
starting
it's-
gate for like dogs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they pack them in like 2 to a gate. Like they squish them together basically because there's too many of them. And it basically is to ensure a fair start so that way people don't jump the gun.
if
on
Doctor
it.
Strange opened up one of those portal things, and like a bunch of these T-Rex dudes just ran out of it, if I was Thanos, I'd be sweating. I'd be sweating a little. He's like, what is this? I don't know what
Yeah.
this means. Am I in danger?
And it's just so crazy. Like this is the type of organized sport that we look at now
Yeah, I like.
and we watch it. I honestly though, I think people were very disappointed that only one fell. I think they were expecting
Yeah,
more.
people want to see people. I don't know what it is,
Something about
but
somebody
watching people fall, like it
Yeah.
really brings people together.
it really does. I don't know why. I mean, I feel bad because it hurts, but at the same time, it's just so
Yeah,
funny.
but at the same time, you're putting yourself in that situation. Of
That's
course,
true.
you're gonna fall.
That's true. So I saw this and it got me thinking, what are other races that like we've come up with over the years that just exist but they shouldn't? I'd say the number one that I found, it's Cooper's Hill cheese roll.
Cooper's Hill cheese roll.
Yeah. So they have this listed by wacky meter, hazards, and bragging rights. So the wacky meter on this one's 10. The hazards are concussion, broken bones, and missing teeth.
I think I've heard of this one.
And the bragging rights is I only lost my 2 front teeth. But it's exactly what you would think a cheese roll would be.
Wait, is this the one with the giant thing of cheese and everyone's running away from it?
No, they're running towards it.
Oh.
It's really just a regular roll of what is it?
Yo,
Double Gloucester cheese roll. It's 9 pounds. They roll it down a hill, and then you chase after it. But if you've ever run down a hill at full speed, you can't control that. So you end up just like rolling
you
down
end
the
up
hill,
with concussions and broken
Yeah.
bones and missing teeth.
and the only thing you win is the cheese that you chased after.
I'm sorry. Can I talk about what the origin of this might be? I imagine like, the wealthy people are like, yes, I'll make the peasants chase the cheese for entertainment.
Silly plebs.
Yes, their starvation will drive them to do stupid things for my pleasure.
Does the cheese get like a bunch of grass and stuff?
No,
all over
it's like wrapped. And it has a
Oh,
bow
here's
on
a
it.
picture,
Really,
I
yeah.
think.
There's a
Here it
picture
is.
of it. See,
I still wouldn't eat that.
it's not
I wouldn't.
it's not
How expensive
worth
is
it.
that? How what is this? Like this is 9 pounds of cheese. It's got to be,
I don't know.
Look at this guy. He's happy. He
yeah,
is,
but like, is it like good
he's-
cheese? Is it good quality cheese? You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure. They take their
is
cheese
it
very
even
seriously
cheese?
out there.
is it
Up there
mimic?
in the UK.
Yes.
Is it mimic cheese? Is it even real?
Oh, it's very real.
I mean, I think it's real, but I just why? I mean, the pictures that they have, it
Looks like Black Friday in freaking Chicago. Like,
Wow. Yikes.
It's a war zone. Like this guy's got a flag on.
oh yeah.
Like he's representing some country. I don't know.
Everyone who doesn't get the cheese, they are executed on spot. That's what
Oh,
I've heard.
That's not accurate.
I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what I've heard.
No. The next kind of crazy one is the Krispy Kreme Marathon. So it's 2,400 calories of Krispy Kreme glazed donuts. And basically what you do, it's in North Carolina, first of all. So it's already hot. It's humid. It's disgusting. You run 2.5 miles, right? From the North Carolina State Memorial Bell Tower to the downtown Krispy Kreme store. Eat a dozen honey glazed donuts and then run back.
No.
It's 5 miles.
No.
But who
Who would do?
I don't-
Who thought of
I
that?
don't know.
It has to be Krispy Kreme.
It has to
obviously.
be like a promotional thing.
Yeah, they
But-
turn in this fun, like, or at least what they thought was fun thing, and now it's just like all these psychos come out and just running this, and just I can't imagine.
It's-
You know what? This is good though. I think we do races like this because there are psychopaths in our community living with us, and we need to like run them out like dogs. You know, we gotta give them exhaustion because otherwise
like
they'll be
a-
doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's like a toddler, right? You want to
Yeah.
exhaust them before bed.
Yeah.
So we get these psychopaths to run a Krispy Kreme challenge.
I
and
mean,
it's like,
I'm-
that way
Exactly.
they don't like
I'm all
go
for
crazy and
carbo.
drive like a Ford F-150 into a Walmart. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for carbo loading, but I mean, I wouldn't think it's real if I didn't know that you and Chris ate like a family-sized bucket of chicken before running a cross-country meet and
Okay.
having the best times that you've ever had.
Okay, that
like,
that's a testament to more so like what is in KFC stuff. That's
well, what's in Krispy Kreme? That I mean, people have been doing this long
well,
enough to
it
know.
says hazards: indigestion, stomachache, nausea. When Chris and I we ate, we had like a chicken wrap. I think we both had
Yeah.
chicken wraps and potato wedges, and then we went to cross country practice.
You know, it's
Which,
all,
when you're running cross country, you got to eat a lot anyway because you're just constantly burning calories because you run so much. But on average, we would run at most like 4 miles.
Yeah.
But we ran, I think it was 6.
That's not even like.
No, it wasn't
What the
6. It
hell?
was like no, it was like more like 8 or something
Oh
like
my
that.
god. That's
Yeah, it
not
was like
normal.
8. So we ran out, and we were like we went to the 4 mile mark,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like we feel great.
Great.
Like why do we feel so good? Like I'm not even out of breath,
So
and normally I am. Like normally I'm.
it's the steroids in the chicken.
Yeah, that's
Colonel
what it's
Sanders is
gotta be.
pumping them chickens full of
Yeah.
steroids.
I run, yeah, and I've never run like that ever again.
yeah. Well.
But because I've never, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
I've just eating KFC right before running just sounds like a bad idea.
That makes sense.
But
I
we're
had-
like, well, let's just keep going, and we did. And then the next day, like we could barely get out the gate.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
We made like 3 miles, and then
Aw.
we're like, ugh.
Yeah, so I have a couple more. There is a man versus horse marathon.
God, that sounds like a battle royale. Like
Yeah, it's
Fight
been
this
going
horse.
on. It's been going on since 1980, right? When a guy basically overheard an argument between two other guys in a pub, and it was that over like long distance, horses are equal to humans in terms of how fast they can run. Well, so they made a race to prove it. So you can either ride a horse or you can run in this race. And every year until 2004, a horse has won. And then elite runner Hugh Lobb finally won the event for the humans.
he beat a horse.
He
They,
beat,
they
beat
put
a
out
horse.
the weakest horse, probably. Like, I'm sure if they were
got
getting like the
3
best
legs.
horses,
No, but that's
get an elite horse. If you have an elite runner, get an elite horse. I'm sure.
Yeah,
that
Well,
would
no,
be
I
the-
just-
you got to have the best of both. That's how you
Yeah.
put it to the test.
yeah, but at the same time, I mean, how does a human physically outrun a horse ever?
He ate KFC right before the
KFC
meet,
and
and that's
Krispy
why he
Kreme?
could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll give him that. I'll give him that. But finally, I would say arguably the craziest race is the Self Transcendence 3,100 mile race.
100 miles.
No, 3,100 miles.
That's a lot of damage.
yeah.
So what it is, Basically, you run around an 883 meter city block for 52 days straight.
Nobody does that. Nobody can do that.
It's a thing. They have to run around the block for 18 hours a day with a minimum of 60 miles a day in order to complete the race in the time given.
So they do stop. So I mean,
No,
even then, it's still like I don't know.
Can you run / walk 60
I can barely
miles
get down.
a day?
I can barely get out of bed, so probably not.
But you start at 6 a.m. and you go 18 hours a day. Like what? I don't understand. And the only thing they win is the promise of transcendence. That's it. There's no monetary prize.
You get superhuman strength, which at that point I feel like you already have it.
It's like you get a certificate of like, hey, you're an idiot. Because you ran this.
I'm looking at this one right here. I see another race that's pretty.
Oh, the Loch Ness Underwater Marathon. Yeah, it
Yeah.
only happened one time, but this guy was trying to raise money for charity in 2003, so he decided he was going to run a marathon underwater in Loch Ness.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he actually so he's hooked up to like this old, kind of like the Scooby-Doo diver suit, basically, and it took him 12 days. It's like 26 miles or something like that, and he fell off a rock ledge.
Yeah, 15
like
feet.
A 15-foot rock ledge. Yeah. 100 meters deep because he couldn't see anything because there's like zero visibility down there.
It's incredible.
God, that'd be frightening.
Yeah.
What? Hold on. So he
wasn't racing against anyone.
Well, right, but like he never came out. He ran straight.
No. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
It took him 12 days.
12
There's no way he
12
was
days.
running it for 12 days.
No, but like he would.
He got some snacks in that suit.
Yeah.
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 How many times you had to like piss and shit in that suit? Ugh.
That's a lot.
That's gross. I imagine my little hole. And just like,
Oh no.
Open to seawater. Gross.
it would be funny
No,
if
it's
Loch
not even
Ness,
seawater.
Loch
It's
Ness
lake
was down there
water.
in that hole that he fell in. Loch Ness was just sitting in there.
Probably. Like
Here,
if I don't move,
Nessie.
he
Yeah.
won't see me. Kind of, But what's with the helmet though? Like you couldn't just use like a normal dive suit?
Old school dive suit. I don't know. Maybe that's all he had.
Well, no, I guess it would kind of make sense because you would want it to weigh you down if you're running.
Right.
But then, I mean, have you ever tried to run underwater?
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun. It's hard. There's like a lot of resistance. It's not normal. I don't
right.
like it. But yeah, that's kind of my
Next.
wacky.
D23.
Yeah.
Our next topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney just had their big D23 Expo, and they had a lot of stuff. It's really we're not going to get to all of it, but we'll talk about a little bit. For instance, where was it? It was where D23 always is, or I think it always is.
It's in the White House.
Yeah, it's
Because Disney owns our government.
yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I forget.
Was it in
Probably-
Anaheim, was it?
I don't remember. I think it's in California or
Yeah.
something.
Is it?
Nowhere near us. That's what I know.
Yeah. Wait, Jeff Goldblum's going to have a travel series on Disney Plus?
Yes,
What?
he is. Yeah. Okay, Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
We got a trailer for that now.
Mhm.
That came from there. You
It
guys
kinda
want to see it?
looks-
I haven't actually seen it yet.
I haven't either, but
It
it looks scary.
looks kind of creepy, but I think it's real dogs. They use
what? Okay, yeah, play it.
or no.
No.
Is it?
Is it more like a Lion King type situation?
All right, let's get copyright claim.
On a trailer, they can.
Okay. That's a real dog. It's cute as hell, too. Puppy.
Let me guess. You're like the center of your people's universe, right?
Lady.
Well, I've got no leashes or fences.
Hmm.
With me, every day could be an adventure.
Okay, yeah, that's
Ooh, what's happening? What's going on? Oh, no. Okay, so they are real dogs,
Yeah.
but they're then animating
The
just
face?
the head when they talk.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't. Oh, forgot about him. See, but then like that's a fully animated dog right there.
Oh yeah.
This is I don't.
From legendary
Tessa
director
Thompson.
of the lady who spits on her dog when she's upset.
Oh no!
Oh no.
No.
Oh my goodness,
No.
that's something.
Oh, I
else.
was right. It was Anaheim, California.
Okay,
But okay, there's
What else we got?
things wrong
Yeah,
with that though.
there are. I think some of the big one of the big things we got out of this is they're adding 3 new live action Disney Plus
Superhero show?
content,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah. So we're getting Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk.
Yeah.
We're getting shows for all of them, which I honestly didn't know any of them. I knew She-Hulk. I've heard that
Yeah.
before. I don't really know anything about her, but I after looking up on them, I'm kind of excited for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they all sound interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got their own little. The thing is that I've learned to not like who's Ant-Man. I don't Ant-Man. That sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Ants. But
Man. Yeah.
he ended up. It ended up being one of my favorites. So
Yeah.
I have a good feeling about these. Just a little. I tried to do a little bit of backdrop on some of these.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Marvel, who, what's her name? Like, Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan. Yeah.
She's like a. I don't want to mess this up. Like a Pakistani American
Pakistani American
American.
from Jersey.
Yes.
from Jersey. Yeah.
It's a lot.
So
Yeah.
her powers are the
Um,
form of shape shifting.
Yeah.
So I guess she can like make her fists super large and things like that. I guess it sounds very like a Fantastic Four Richard Reed how he's
Yeah.
I mean he's
yeah.
just stretchy, but
But can
she
still
can-
contort type situation. Yeah. I
yeah,
don't-
unless she can actually change what she looks like, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
we don't really
know.
have anything like that in the MCU, so I think
Mhm.
that'll be pretty dope.
Outside of what were the aliens from Captain Marvel?
Yeah. Oh, the
The
The Kree. Was it?
no,
the
no,
Kree
no,
or-
no,
not
no,
the
the
Kree.
Kree are the bad guys.
Yeah.
The other ones.
the green dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, why am I
I
forgetting?
don't know.
Um,
Anyway, those guys.
we'll come back to them. Let's see what else. She-Hulk. I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty obvious. It's a Hulk that's a girl.
Yep.
But I mean, the backstory of it seems pretty dope. I mean,
Mhm. She's a
she basically gets her
lawyer.
powers from Bruce, like an emergency blood transfusion,
Mhm.
and she gets basically Hulk powers.
Yeah.
She's also like a lawyer, I guess. So
Mhm.
I guess a lot of people are assuming that it's gonna be like a lawyer-esque kind of
Mhm.
show, but you've got the Hulk, like Smart Hulk, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. I think that'd be cool.
Law and Order She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if she's going to have the more traditional level of Hulk, so she'll rage out.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just going to take her time to get the level of Professor Hulk, where you got them both combined.
Yeah. I'm sure like it'll first, but I'm hoping we see, because I mean, we don't even know, we haven't seen her yet in the MCU. So just to throw her in, like, yep, she has Hulk powers. And it's like, how did that happen?
Right.
So I know Daredevil had a lot of the, he was a lawyer.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I feel like they got away from the lawyer part, like,
Yeah.
pretty early on. I mean, it was still there, but not like, it wasn't the focus.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this
It
could
was
be
his
more,
nighttime activities.
yeah, because they have like, I mean, the Hulk is a very, at least the Hulk that we know him
Mm-hmm.
is very one-dimensional. He crushes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. And so have a TV show just based on that. We already got it in the movies. It's hard to
Yeah.
make a movie for the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it can't be done, but I feel like
it's been
it's gonna be
done,
more
but-
character driven than just she's super strong and she just crushes a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a part of it, but not. You know.
Yeah.
Let's see who else.
Yeah.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Yeah. So let me just read this here. His real name is Mark Spector. Moon Knight is a former boxer, marine, and mercenary who is seemingly resurrected by an ancient Egyptian moon deity called
Khonshu.
Khonshu and given a second chance at life if he agrees to be the representative of Khonshu on Earth. As a result, his already well-honed fighting skills and athleticism are enhanced to superhuman levels according to the phases of the moon. His years as a mercenary have also made him extremely wealthy man, and various writers have toyed with his mental state and often made him one of Marvel's more precarious superheroes. So it sounds like a world, I hope, like another Ryan Reynolds-esque
Yeah.
character.
This could be a way if they don't want to try to fit Daredevil, or not Daredevil, I'm sorry,
Deadpool.
Deadpool, yeah. If they don't want to try to fit Deadpool in because they think he's too R-rated, they can still fit in Moon Knight and still have him have some of that wit, but less fourth wall breaking and stuff like that. Which I find, I'm sure a lot of people would be upset if, like in an Avengers, Deadpool comes in breaking the fourth wall, and
Yeah, and something serious like that. I guess
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't have to happen like all the time, just every now and then.
Yeah.
Like you could have like something happen and then you just see Wayne just looking at us
Yeah.
like on screen.
Yeah.
Like what the
Or
what's
like
happening?
he's fighting his own bad guys or something in the Avengers movie, and they come in and just like ruin it. And he's like, "What
Oh,
the
yeah.
heck, guy? What
Exactly.
the hell, man?"
I feel like he could be in there. But
Yeah.
again, getting a R-rated
Yeah. It's,
thing, I guess it
makes it hard for Disney because they do want to keep it, as kind of family friendly, I guess, as they can.
yeah, they want that sweet merchandising.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't want to go too dark with their flagship stuff.
Yeah. Which is why Disney Plus could be good for them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Disney Plus will be able to get a lot new heroes out there. And what I'm excited for is that we had like Daredevil, which I really liked. I liked Jessica Jones. But
Oh yeah,
to get them, they tease that they are in the same universe, but they never really hardcore.
they mentioned
Crossed it
some
over.
things.
They mentioned things for like
Battle
like
of New York.
Battle of New York, yeah. But they don't address them
Yeah.
directly. They mentioned like a guy with a shield, I think, and
They mentioned the Raft, which is where Captain America and all those people got locked up during Civil War.
yeah, a prison essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the biggest kind of references in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is because you have Coulson in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's more like the Disney Plus. That's MCU.
Right.
That's like actually with. I mean, you've got characters that have already been in movies, so we'll be able to get and see Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel maybe in some of these movies. So, I think that'll just further broaden the scope of the MCU because now you can do all kinds of things.
Yeah, and I think it'll help too in terms of these kind of superheroes that we don't really know, unless you're like a hardcore fan of the comics, and Disney Plus is going to give them an option, an opportunity to give us backstory and everything like that in the form of these TV shows instead of 3 or 4 movie series.
And the only thing I have a problem with is now I have to get another streaming service.
Yeah.
Because like there's no way I don't like I want to watch this. Okay, but I hate that now like I'm at the point now that I'm gonna have to start choosing what I'm gonna keep, what I'm not, because I don't know, I
Yeah.
think Netflix is gonna be the one I chop off.
Yeah, I think that's
because
the
they're
first
getting rid of
one
The
to go.
Office. They've
They're getting rid of all Marvel.
all Marvel stuff. It's
Anything
like
Disney, anything Fox, anything
Yeah.
Lucasfilm.
they
so-
have really good stuff.
Yeah.
But comparative to like Amazon Prime or even Hulu at the moment,
Yeah.
I just can't tell you what's on Netflix
Yeah.
that's that much better
Right.
than anything on it. The Boys is amazing. Jack Ryan is is
On
really
Amazon. Yeah.
good. Gosh, that's all just
Yeah.
Amazon stuff that I actively watch. So, and I'm on Netflix all the time, but for some reason I feel like I watch more shows all the way through on Amazon.
Yeah.
So,
And like a lot of what got dropped in recent years on Netflix went to Amazon Prime. So, yeah, I agree. Stuff's going to have to start going.
oh yes, and I mean, you already got like CBS. I know that what was that deal where they basically all of Star Trek is in.
CBS and Viacom merged as a direct response to Disney's streaming service because they're freaked. The whole industry's freaked.
And so all of that content would probably be on CBS, right? All access?
Yeah, CBS have all of Viacom stuff theoretically. Yeah,
Theoretically. So all that stuff would probably we're going to have a lot more Star Trek. Hopefully of actual canon, actual next, moving the story forward Star Trek.
well, they're doing that with
Which
Picard.
Picard, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not this. It's more of a story of Picard.
Well, I
and-
think Picard's going to be a segue into. It'll show us what's been happening, what's been going on, and it'll be a good segue into actually new shit.
And so everything that happened with J.J. Abrams' universe, like Romulus being destroyed,
actually happened.
actually happened in Picard's timeline.
Yes.
Because that changes the past, but that won't change. I mean, as we learned in Endgame, that won't change.
Yes.
Everything that's happened beforehand.
Yes.
Which I guess I just realized that. I don't know. I guess Endgame really helped clear some of that stuff up. So
Back to the Future is a bunch of bullshit.
that's what it boils down to.
Basically.
Yeah.
So I guess CBS is going to be something else that I'll keep more close on because I watched Discovery and I liked it, but I don't own I just bought the season because I'd rather just do that and then pay for a service, and then there's no reason to keep it because they don't have anything else coming out. They have other shows on there, but nothing that really is going to warrant anything. Disney
the
has
moment.
so much stuff now that it's just like I would like an Alien TV show. I think that would be dope.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
How it would work serialized. I mean, I don't
like
know.
having it like
Like
you can focus more. Like aliens are there. It can be kind of like Walking Dead esque where
or like
aliens
Falling
are
Skies
the-
type situation.
yeah, it's like the aliens aren't the forefront of the show. They're there for sure, and it gives you a lot of action and things like that. But you've got like stories to tell with the humans, the androids, how they're crazy. I mean, we've got that already with the Alien trilogy that's going on right now. But
You know what? You could do it, and if like an Alien Isolation, most of that, I'm sure people play that game. It's been out for ages. Takes place in Sevastopol station about to be shut down. Everything's all out of whack. There's androids. Aliens get thrown in the mix. You could probably do something with that because it would be on a space station, basically cut off. So, yeah, you could probably do something, get away with the aliens.
and you can have them going to different planets. I mean, the content's there. I feel like that can be done, and I feel like having that as a TV show, I feel like that'd be more successful than the current state of their movies. I love the movies, but they're not treated the same as like say Alien was back in the day.
Yeah.
They're not as revolutionary or I don't know, it's just not the same to me. But having a TV show, I think that will really help. I don't know if Disney will ever do that because that's it'd be a shame if they didn't do anything with it.
I'm sure they would. I think Disney is very interested in leaving its mark on all of the franchises that it's obtained.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they should make it. They have the resources, despite the fact that yes, they are such a superpower now, but literally that they do have the resources to make all this stuff happen and make it really good.
Yeah.
And they've already proven it with the casting and of pretty much everything they do. I think Star Wars has been disappointing
Yeah.
for what it could be, but it's not that they can't fix that. And it's not that I hate Rey or
I'm just-
Kylo. It's just that the stories just haven't. It's having the two directors between the first or the seventh and eighth one kind of, I think, threw everything up.
I think with Star Wars, it was intentional. They knew what they were doing. So I don't think it was like a mistake, the decisions they made. I think they knew exactly what they were doing.
Well,
So it's not that they messed up in their casting and their, decisions. I think they wanted to take it in a direction that most Star Wars fans didn't think it was going
think
to
about
go.
it. Everyone, what did everyone complain about with the episode 7? It was just a remake of episode 4.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
what did we get with episode 8? A totally different story.
Yeah.
And it kind of stumbled because they tried too hard to
Yeah.
make it different, I feel like.
And then now we're reintroducing Palpatine.
Yeah, I don't know if that's if that was always the plan, or if that's just
Yeah.
a knee jerk reaction to let's throw some stuff that made people who characters that people liked
Yeah.
back into it.
I think it's just because, when you had the originals, you kind of knew the trajectory of the films. You knew where it was going to end up. So from the first one to the third one, you knew what the end game was. Even then with the ones in the 2000s. I mean, we all knew they were prequels to the originals, so we knew where it was going to end up with Anakin becoming Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I think with these, they're just so different. And so we're not sure. I'm just not sure where it's going.
Yeah, and that's
You know what
why
I mean?
I feel, again, kind of like I said with Alien, having Star Wars stories, but have those be TV shows, I feel like that's probably a better route than
Like the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
like
TV.
Solo. I actually really liked Solo. A lot of people didn't, and I know why they didn't, because
Yeah.
they tried to cram way too much stuff
Yeah, it was
into
a lot.
one episode, and then they did a lot of fan service. So they did. If that was a TV show, I feel like that would have been made it better instead of just shoving everything in.
Agree.
You know what my main issue with episode 8 was, they had this whole thing where we're in this endless cycle. You know, this whole thing. This fight's always been going on. It's been good. They had that sort of story they were weaving through, and they got to the whole conflict with Rey and Kylo, like it was going to be, oh, they're going to ditch it. You know, they're going to ditch the endless conflict.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, yeah, no. And then it just keeps going. So like, what was the point of like telling us like, oh, it's this endless fight if like you're not going to address it or do anything with it? Like,
Yeah, it's
I don't know. It just seemed pointless. I was like, why you spent all this time, like the whole movie, crafting this whole thing about how I don't
What's
know.
the problem with the first or episode 7? They had a lot of. It was basically a reskin, a redo of episode 4, but they did have some story threads in there that I was interested in finding out.
Yeah.
They killed all of that off
Yeah.
in
In the second one.
in the 8th one. Who the hell was Captain Phasma? I want
Yeah.
to see more action from her. What's his name? What's his name?
Snoke.
I mean, who was that guy? I mean, I feel like episode 9 will help clear some of this up because at least I hope
I'm
they
really
do.
hoping.
But as of now, it left too many questions for a movie.
Just
For
tell me
it
who
being like
Rey's
in the
parents
middle
are.
of a trilogy, yes, there's going to be questions, but it
Yeah.
left too many questions. That
I bet you they're gonna have a big old ghost war. They're all gonna be ghosts
That'd be
swinging ghost
awesome.
lightsabers around. Yeah, that's how we get Palpatine back.
Just a Force ghost war.
Yeah,
That'd be
exactly.
awesome.
They're all Force ghosts.
would be dope.
It'll be like the end game of Star Wars.
Liam Neeson cameo.
Yeah, it'd be funny if they just copied right off of Endgame.
You just got like
Just
Qui-Gon
and like
on your left.
on your left. Luke comes out of like as a ghost on your left.
Now that'd be Mace Windu, dude. On your
Mace
left. He comes
Oh
out.
yeah, on your left.
Oh god,
That'd be dope.
Incredible.
that'd be great.
Okay, well we are completely off topic here.
Not really.
Not really, but we're
I mean,
off
there's
the
gonna
D23.
There's gonna be a Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Yeah.
Ewan
they're bringing
McGregor.
Ewan
What
McGregor
the
back.
heck?
Hold on, where are we at here? Hold on, I had a few more
Oh yeah.
MCU related stuff. So we are getting a animated Spider-Man
Yeah.
form of content. So
Yeah.
we're still getting that, despite what's happening with Sony and
Yeah. Still not sure how that
Disney.
works.
Yeah, we're still getting that. We're also getting something called Maximum Venom. It's a 6-hour-long episodes, and the story will focus on a symbiote invasion that will dispatch the likes of Captain America, Hulk, and Iron Man.
Interesting.
So that'd be dope. And again, this is all on like Disney Plus. This is something that I can sit down with
Yeah.
my 4-year-old and he'll
Yeah.
he
He'll
likes
love it.
superheroes. Yeah, it'll be dope.
Yeah, I'm really liking the fact that they're doing these kind of like 6-episode series. Like they're just like limited runs, just enough to give us more than a movie would, but not doing too much of it.
Yeah,
Like not overloading it and just kind of doing it for the sake of it. You know?
yeah, and they have made basically kid shows that
Yeah.
are pretty good. Mm-hmm. The Clone Wars. I mean,
Oh yeah.
the
It's
Clone
still
Wars-
going. They announced that it was not only coming to Disney Plus but getting new episodes.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy cow, the show won't die. Like,
It
I know
won't.
they've killed it off how many times now?
yeah,
And it's just because people like it.
I haven't seen it in years, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
when I get Disney Plus, I will watch it again. I'll probably sit down and
I might have to get into it.
yeah. So Max and Venom, it'll act as a lead-in to future seasons for other cartoons. So Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's basically it's basically the Iron Man of the cartoons because it's gonna usher in all the cartoons that they're gonna include in their own little cartoon MCU. Mm-hmm. So I think that'll be pretty cool.
MCU Junior.
Yeah,
It's the CMCU.
yeah.
The CMCU.
Yes.
Some else that's kind of cool is the Marvel's Spider-Man. The cartoon is gonna be based loosely on Dan Slott's Superior Spider-Man arc. So that means we get to see
Interesting.
Otto Octavius again, hopefully.
As Spider-Man.
Yes,
Okay,
that would be dope.
How are they?
I
How are
want
they
that.
making Spider-Man content? I'm confused by that.
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
You know what I mean?
I don't
Because if they own Spider-Man and all related, kind of
Wait,
villains
and
actually,
stuff?
I don't know about that. I wonder if they own the rights to like
the Amazing Spider-Man.
well, not just amazing,
like-
but no, it would be like on film. Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man, but in terms of like
Maybe.
cartoons and
Yeah,
stuff,
because Marvel still makes
Maybe.
comics. with
comics, yeah,
Spider-Man.
exactly.
That's true.
So yeah, maybe they just own the
Yeah,
comics and cartoons,
like the live
side.
action film.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I think they sold off the film rights to
To
These-
Sony.
these things, not
Not like the drawn
exactly
animated type.
not animated, just
Okay.
film rights is what the contract said. So
Gotcha.
yeah. God, I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what it was. We were talking about. Well, maybe I'll remember it. Okay, Mandalorian.
Yeah.
We were
Man.
talking about Star Wars.
Yes.
The
It's
first
incredible.
trailer for Mandalorian came out. Do you guys want to see it? You can watch it.
I mean, I've already seen it.
Yeah.
You can watch
Let's
it
do
again.
it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's only a minute 36.
Brought to us by Jon Favreau. The real MVP of the MCU.
It looks like it takes place.
It looks dope.
It looks like it takes place. Probably
In the like original 3.
Yeah, 'cause
or, like,
isn't it-
After-
4 or 5 and
yeah. It takes place probably right after Episode 3, in that time
Yeah.
frame, because the helmets and all that match what happened in Episode 4, that whole era with Darth Vader.
yeah.
But obviously, I'm assuming this is
It
Boba
doesn't-
Fett,
Yeah, I think so.
or it's some take on him. I mean, it looks pretty similar. So if it's a Boba
Yeah.
Fett origin, which is dope, he's
Yeah, I'm
definitely
down.
the coolest, I think.
yeah.
Darth Vader was dope and everything, but
But Boba Fett.
Boba Fett's always cool because he's kind of mysterious, I guess.
You really know. You just
I don't know if
he's
this will ruin that part for me, but
You just kind of know he's the greatest bounty hunter. Like, he's,
oh yeah,
he always shows up. And honestly, it looks
and it
like
looks
a,
really good for a TV show.
yeah, it looks like a game trailer almost. You know,
Yeah, it does kind of.
I like the ship design.
is that the original dude?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It just looks so.
So
good.
what I like about it is that it's very Star Wars esque,
yeah,
but there's no. This is what I want from Star Wars movies too.
Yeah.
I want stories that have nothing to do, but this is very clearly Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like the way it's shot, the way
Yeah.
everyone
what?
looks.
I would love ideally because Firefly Serenity is so near and dear to my heart. It's such a great show.
Love it.
What I would love to see is if Disney were to pick up that style of format with some, even with like a Han Solo-esque character, where it's just like, here's my crew, here's my,
Let's go
raggedy
get
ship.
ourselves into trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go smuggle and stuff in the Star Wars universe. That'd be super rad, and it could fill the void in my heart that Serenity left.
Yeah.
I would love that.
That'd be awesome. That Serenity left years and years and years ago.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Looks
Hell
so
Dude, it
bad.
looks so good.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think there's like one word of dialogue said in this entire trailer.
I know.
Or
That's how
maybe
impactful it
just
is.
at the end.
IG-88.
Yeah. Like right here, yeah.
His blasters are cool as heck. They look
Oh,
like
yeah.
revolvers.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ugh.
cuts the dude in half with the.
This is what I want. I
This
always
is so
felt
awesome.
in recent years that Star Wars lost its sort of edginess for me as I
agree.
was growing up, and this seems like it's going to bring back some edginess, much
agree.
needed edginess.
It gives us the chance to get some like, more adult.
Yeah, it turned
Or
into a
the-
real
Yeah, like kids could
merchandising
probably
fest.
still watch this, I imagine, but it's
Yeah.
definitely more, guided towards.
You're telling me we're not going to have like the cute
It's for,
little
like, older
bird fluffy
kinda-
things?
Yeah, they're not gonna force feed us Ewoks or anything just for
Yeah.
like
Listen, Ewoks are cute.
toy
as hell,
rights,
man.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
or like it just looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, brought to us by Jon Favreau, the unspoken MVP
Oh,
of
yes.
the MCU at this point, and just Disney in general. I mean, that man.
Yeah, I think
Made
the
them some
biggest
money.
news for me, Ewan McGregor says yes to playing
Yes.
Obi-Wan in another
That makes me so happy.
Disney Plus show. Disney Plus is going to kill it. I'm gonna have to get it.
I'm so
I
excited.
hope that they show us that he does more Jedi stuff after the events of Episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
Remember all the stuff we talked about? Like, why did he go?
Yeah,
To,
why they chose.
Yeah, why did he choose to do the things that he did? That
Mm-hmm.
seems kind of odd.
Yeah.
I hope we see more of that and
Mm-hmm.
him like just going off and doing Obi-Wan Star Wars like adventures.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
think he's a Jedi. You think he's just gonna sit still for years and years and years and years? I mean, sure, he's got to watch over Luke, sort of, but like, I mean, the galaxy gets taken over by the Empire, and he's just gonna like sit around
Mm-hmm.
and just like wait until Luke grows up and wait for Luke to solve the problem. I mean, I
yeah.
wonder if he tried to do something. If he tried to set back the Empire in some
Well,
kind of way. I mean,
I assume he would, and I don't know if he, because that's a big,
Hole that we
Not-
don't really know.
yeah. It's why did he put him on that planet? It's like, well, the biggest thing was that Darth Vader didn't know that his kids are still alive.
Yeah.
So that means Obi-Wan might not necessarily have to be on that planet with him all the time.
the
you know,
time.
another thing that
Because
I was
really,
thinking of.
Darth Vader doesn't even know he's alive, so
And
he can go off
even-
and do adventures. And
Another
stuff.
thing that I was thinking about is Obi-Wan wouldn't have even known that Anakin was still alive because he didn't know that he was rescued. He left Anakin there to die. He was on fire. He cut off his limbs. He thought Anakin was going to die there, and he left.
Yeah, and I think the coolest thing would be us seeing him fight Darth Vader.
Oh my god, that would be legit.
I don't know if we'll ever see that,
No, but that would be dope.
but that would be dope because in the movie, there's nothing saying that they didn't do that. There's no like,
That's true.
oh, that's the first time I've,
Yeah, this is
I
the first
think
time I've
I
seen
think they
you
mentioned
since.
you.
Yeah.
They mentioned they hadn't seen each other in a while, or it's been a while, or it's been a while since I watched
Yeah.
it. But even then, obviously, that's Luke is how old? He's like in his
20s.
20s.
20s, so
He
like
was
that's
super
20
young.
years worth of life that we don't know what Obi-Wan was doing.
Yeah, and you'd think Darth Vader's reaction would be more. I mean, he's emotional. He's weird or whatever.
Yeah.
You think after having your limbs chopped off by your master, who said he loved
You
you like
would-
a brother, that you'd be like, "It's you," you know?
Yeah.
He'd be super fired up, you know.
Yeah.
But he's just like, "Oh, yeah,
No, it's
gonna
you.
kill you now.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
My name's Dave.
So
yeah.
there's a ton of directions that they could take that, and,
And-
even if they didn't set it in that time period, and like they could say, "Oh, Anakin's still around doing something," and it's like set before the Empire takes over, I'd still be fine. Literally, you could throw Ewan McGregor in at any point, and I'd be down for it.
Right.
But-
Yeah. I'm just.
Yeah, he was, I would say, the highlight for me for the original. He was the constant thing that I always liked in all the movies.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Yeah. And I think too, because, you know, he's kept an eye on Luke, but I mean, they don't really know him that. They just think he's like some crazy hermit, you know, who kind of just lives there.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like he's like around all the time, like, oh, I'm your great uncle Obi-Wan.
No.
You know? So
Yeah, actually,
he's-
I mean, he kind of implies he doesn't really know. He's just
No.
old man Ben. I wonder if he means
Yeah.
him. Like,
right. Yeah.
the way he talks about him is like he doesn't really know him that
No.
well. So Obi-Wan's
He's
not
just
really.
kind of around.
Yeah, he's just a crazy dude who lives in the hills. I mean,
It's always that guy. You know?
he's always looking at me. I don't know what that's about.
You mean creepy Ben? Like,
Creepy Ben, like the
lives in the mountains by himself? Just these are not the droids you're looking for. Yes.
well.
So great. That's gonna be solid.
Yeah, they released a new poster for the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker movie
Confused.
for Episode 9, and it looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
The Palpatine, like
He kind of looks
in
like
the shadow there, it's like they're really driving home that he's going to be in
they
this.
are. He kind of looks like Palpatine and Yoda had a baby there, though.
Kind of.
Got that
Yeah.
weird, like that Yoda mouth.
The tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. You know, wasn't that a whole thing where it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
we can save, or we can bring people back from death or
Yeah.
something. I mean, that was a whole thing,
yeah,
right?
that was
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole thing.
So who knows?
Very intrigued.
Yeah, I guess they had they showed footage there,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess it was really good. It had like Rey holding. She was like wearing dark colored clothes
She's
as if
got
she's.
like Darth Maul's lightsaber.
Yeah, she's got a.
Like,
She
she's
threw her
like a Sith
lightsaber like a
Lord, man.
boomerang. She did that cool move.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Oh yeah.
More intrigued than I was with the first trailer. I feel like the first trailer didn't give me a whole lot, but this.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Makes
that
me
this
happy.
gives us more. Right? I mean, I imagine how they did it last time was D23 happened, and then like a month or two later, we got a trailer. So
Yeah,
hopefully, we get something soon.
Black Panther.
Because that
2.
first one was kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it gave me that thrill you get when you see a Star Wars trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But I still had the bad taste of Episode 8
Yeah.
because I had that too for that movie, and not that I didn't completely hate it, but it still wasn't what I thought it was going to
Yeah.
be. So I feel like they're going to pull out all the stops for this movie, though.
Yeah.
So, Black Panther 2.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we're just going back to the MCU.
I don't even hear they announced it.
Yeah, they announced it officially.
May 6th, 2022.
Yeah, so it's out there, but it is coming. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Black Panther, he was another one of those superheroes I didn't know anything about. And then I watched it. I'm like, wow, this is really good. I wouldn't say he's my favorite,
But he's pretty awesome.
but like Killmonger is definitely one of the best. He's up there in terms of villains because it's like I understand. Like, yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too.
And I like the fact that he wasn't just like a superhero. He was just some
Yeah.
really genuinely pissed off dude.
Yeah, he's a dude that. I mean, he learned fighting and all that through like
Yeah.
the military when he was in it.
Yeah. And then got screwed over. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
So Jon Snow, also known as Kit Harington, he's joining the MCU. He's
Yes.
joining the Eternals. So
Along with Robert Madden.
yeah,
Or Richard Madden, sorry. So the Stark brothers are getting back together.
Incredible.
Incredible. I mean, they've got a powerhouse cast. For sure for the Eternals.
they do. Yeah, that's why it's like I don't know that much about the Eternals.
I
Like I
don't
mentioned
either.
before, again they're one of those groups that I
It's
don't
gonna
know
be
much
the
about.
one
It's like
that-
Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't know anything about them.
Yeah.
But I love
Yeah.
them now. So
It's gonna be something that takes me by surprise. I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna,
I mean, they got Angelina Jolie. Yeah, Richard Madden, Kamal Nanjiani. What's her face? The Salma Hayek. You got her.
oh yeah, her.
I mean, there's a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
in
they've
this
got all kinds
movie.
of a lot
So
of.
intrigued by it. And they won't tell us anything about it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just, I guess, patiently waiting.
I'm sure, like in the month before they release it, they'll finally give out a trailer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot more that came out of Disney. We had an animated movie called, what's it called? Onward.
Onward? I have
I
no
think it's
idea
called
what that
Onward.
is.
I don't know. It's basically Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
He's a cosmic soul trying to find his way back to Earth.
Okay.
So it's probably gonna.
Questlove is gonna be.
It features Questlove.
Wait, isn't that the drummer from? Isn't that the drummer from Jimmy Fallon's band? Questlove.
I couldn't tell you.
I think it is, man.
It's a weird. Emily's looking it up for us.
Like
here.
Frozen 2, which looks dark as hell. Like,
Yeah, didn't she draw a sword or something in the trailer?
I think so.
I didn't even see the first movie,
Right?
but
Is that who it is?
It is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. He's always got the comb in his hair.
Oh yeah, that okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him now.
Well, how is it? What? I'm confused, man.
All right, Alex, how about you hook me up with our last
the lungs.
Space Force?
We can talk about
You gonna
Space
talk about
Force.
Space Force?
I don't really want to talk about Space Force.
Emily really wants us to talk about Space Force.
I don't have anything planned for this.
So,
Space Force sounds like the sequel to Space Jam.
we agreed at some point with all these other nations that space was the heritage of all of mankind, that we wouldn't militarize it and get it all weird. But we're doing that anyway because we're America, and of course we're going to do it. We don't honor agreements.
France is doing it
So-
too.
Well, France is doing it now because we're doing it. So, yeah, cool. Guns in space, of course.
Love it.
Of course,
That's
it
what we
always
need.
comes down to that.
So that's all I have to say, really. I'm not thrilled about Space
Emily
Force.
has a thought.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the Area 51 storming memes. Just putting that out there, because now they may not have to be so secretive in Area 51. They can just be like, "Hey guys, you were right. Like, here's all of our stuff. We have Space Force now, so it's not really a secret."
Guys, I'm telling you, Stargate's real and it's happening right now.
I
The
wish.
Air Force is heading this up, right?
I
like-
wish.
It's real.
You can't storm Area 51 if Area 51 is in space.
That's true. That's a good point,
They're
man.
actually just moving all their assets up there.
Or if Area 51 storms you.
Ooh. Honestly, though,
Is
I
that
think
Russia?
I think Area 51 is just funny in general. Like, it's just
It's just
I
because
don't-
it's so ridiculous.
it's so dumb. Like, Area 51 is okay. Yeah, it's a Air Force base where they test, top secret like flight stuff. But it's
Yeah.
because it's in the desert, and so if it crashes, they can't hurt anybody. And like,
Yeah.
also, wouldn't it look kind of weird if like you have Russian fighter jets flying out of like Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in the 60s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are gonna lose their minds. So they do it in the
Yeah.
Nevada desert where nobody can see it, and then it just so happens people thought they saw a bunch of aliens in the 60s. So-
Aliens.
and now they're like, they're all at Area 51. We found it.
Yeah, they're keeping Michael Jackson in there.
Elvis.
Elvis, yeah.
Tupac.
What a cast of characters they've got in Area 51.
Along with
The new
Sasquatch.
Avengers are in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're giving them superhuman strength and stuff, and release them out into the world.
I don't have
That'd be
any more to
great.
say on Space
They're just
Force.
keeping Hulk at Area 51.
There it is.
So the lungs of our planet are burning.
Wow. The lungs of our planet are burning.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to give me more.
Yeah, I need context,
So,
man.
yeah. Basically, a bunch of ranchers and loggers are starting tons and tons of fires in the Amazon during its dry period. So it's not one great big fire; it's a whole bunch of smaller ones, as if that makes things better.
Yeah.
They want to clear the land for cattle ranching, and it's not good. That some of the smoke blackened one of Brazil's largest cities, and they are threatening indigenous people.
Yes.
They're out there painting themselves in orange, getting ready to fight these guys off with spears. I believe the one guy said he would fight until his last drop of blood. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
He's Boromir.
Down. He's Boromir.
He's Boromir of the indigenous peoples of the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah, these indigenous people, they eat like Brazil nuts out of the trees, and they see like these loggers getting closer and closer to this grove of trees that this specific tribe. I mean, that's their source of food. Yeah. So
there's over 1 million indigenous people living in the Amazon rainforest.
They don't have the sort of protections that a lot of other places have in terms of like, this is a restricted area. And president of Brazil, Bolsonaro, is just very, he's like, oh, this is bad. We got to stop this, while also not doing anything.
Well, no, he's he's the one who allowed him to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay, there is like a reasoning behind like some of it. Like, because we do that here in America. Granted, we're not freaking rainforest, but we do use it as a form of like control, like brush control and all that. So like if a fire does happen, it doesn't go, out of control.
Right.
However, they're doing this at the worst possible time, and now these fires are just eating up the rainforest.
Yeah.
So,
and at the same time, I mean, if you look at the map of where this is at, like we have this satellite map pulled up on CNN, they're all over the place, man. There's no rhyme or reason at this point.
They just want the land. They don't want the forest. They want land for ranch and cattle. That's it, because that's where the money's at. You ain't gonna get money out of just the forest. Yeah, they don't care about that. So, these are all individual people just going at it, and it's not even necessarily. I know Bolsonaro said he was going to try to send in the Brazilian military to help fight some of these fires because he's under international pressure.
Yeah.
The French president, Emmanuel Macron, was like trying to put sanctions and stuff on Brazil and, cut off trade.
And like the crazy thing is over the last few decades, I'd say, more and more they're like, we're finding these indigenous people in the Amazon, but we're all like, we got to leave them alone because, introducing 21st century technology and all this kind of stuff, it's going to completely disrupt their ways of life. We've been spending all these years like, don't bother the indigenous people of the Amazon rainforest, but you can just burn the rainforest down. That's fine. Yeah. So it's like this double standard of like, don't mess with the people, but killing the trees is fine. Just kind of
trees, how to do it to them.
Yeah. But they're finding like new species of like plants and animals and stuff, like which is in a way kind of cool, but I mean obviously not the way that it should be done.
Oh yeah, it's just a matter of we definitely need to hopefully they can find a way to get what they want
control,
but not do it in the way they are, like scorching the freaking planet just for a place to have cattle.
Right.
I mean, they need to have places where they can do that, but they also need to have places where they don't do that.
Yeah.
So, again, it's not even our country. That's what it really comes down to. There's not much we can do unless Brazil themselves.
Yeah. Or like the United Nations or something like that gets involved.
So.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm going to say a few things here because I feel pretty passionate about conservation, especially of the rainforest because of all the scientific discoveries that it offers. So for some facts about it, there are new species found every 2 days. And there's been almost 3 million species discovered, which is crazy.
Just in
the last 3 weeks?
Not in the last 3 weeks. In total in the rainforest.
In the Amazon. Okay.
Which is 10% of the world's species. So there's been like 1,500 birds, 40,000 different plants, 2.5 million different insects. Like, it's crazy.
I could do without the
insects.
Some other things, just this year alone, there's been 72,000 fires in the rainforest, which is an 84% increase from last year.
Yeah, because it's a rainforest.
Yeah.
It's wet by definition. It shouldn't
So
burn.
is when you say fires, are you talking like fires that are accidents or fires that are controlled?
Mostly man-made fires.
Okay, so those man-made fires, they're controlled. They're not like, oops, I dropped my lantern, and now I've caught the half the Brazil on fire.
I'm not sure. I would assume that they're controlled. I would hope so.
Because when I was in North Carolina and I would fly around, I would see fire all the time in the forest, and they were doing it on purpose to control the brush, like I said. So is that what they're doing, or is it just
Well,
people just literally getting rid of the rainforest to have more land? Is that what that
it's
is?
basically it. That's basically it. The president is trying to allow loggers and farmers to clear the land more so for farmland.
If the price of beef wasn't so expensive, there wouldn't be so many cows running around. Just people would just eat more beef.
Well, that's
Or eat more chicken.
they
As Chick-fil-A
suggested
Yeah.
you eat less beef because of a variety of reasons, but also the cattle ranching is
I think we need to
a
settle
big-
it. Give them a Chick-fil-A. That'll like okay.
sure.
Chick-fil-A, solving the world's problems one chicken at a time.
Actually, Popeyes.
Popeyes.
That's the cure. That's how watch all these fires diminish because they got a Popeyes.
Popeyes chicken.
So, what are some things that we can do, especially since if we don't live in Brazil? We can donate to frontline Amazon groups defending the forest, like the Rainforest Alliance, Amazon Conservation Association, and the World Wildlife Fund. We can share posts on social media to raise awareness. We can try to shift our purchase habits to more eco-friendly options with companies that are more responsible with how they handle their waste and their materials. And probably the most important is vote for leaders who support conservation of things like the Amazon rainforest.
Not people like, if I'm elected, I promise I will burn down 80% of the rainforest so you can have as much cattle as
Right.
you want.
Right. So
Yeah.
We're going to put in
Don't-
400 new Popeye locations.
Well, good for us. Josh can't speak Portuguese. and
Imagine a
isn't
bunch of dudes
citizen
with
of Brazil.
with spears rolling up to a Popeyes like, hey, I like a number 5 large. You're right. That's dumb. You go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry.
So, my last thing here is if you want to reach out to the Rainforest Alliance, you can actually call their number at 888-MY-EARTH or go to their website at rainforestalliance.org. Or the Amazon Conservation Association is amazonconservation.org, and then the World Wildlife Fund is worldwildlife.org.
Wow.
or go watch Little Dickie's Earth video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Check out what Leonardo's doing.
yeah, check out what Leonardo's doing. That's it. We covered everything we wanted to.
Got a lot.
It's weird that we end on like we are exterminating 10% of the wildlife in the Amazon. Thank you
Humanity's
for
a plague.
watching. But seriously though, thank you everyone who's still watching. And
We've got to have a depressing note at the end of each one, right?
Oh, yeah, you know.
yeah, we started off like oof, and then end with a bigger oof. Like,
This is our highest energy podcast yet.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, I'm
brought to
sorry.
you by
I'm
friends
just
at
so
Alcohol.
tired.
I mean, we at least forewarned him at the beginning that this was the special hangover edition.
Yeah, I feel
Of
like
the
I'm probably gonna
podcast.
have trouble listening to this. I'm like putting myself to sleep, but I can't help it. I'm so tired,
Yeah.
exhausted. But
We'll be better.
yeah, I know. Our
We'll
Patreon hopefully will be coming soon, and
and you can
you
listen.
can listen into why we are so tired.
Well, I don't know about Alex because he went to bed pretty early.
just
Wow,
a
okay.
sneak peek into it, I had uncontrollable hiccups, like pretty much the whole podcast.
It's literally.
And then we
yeah.
talked everything from,
What did we even start talking about?
I forget what we started
What did
talking
we
about.
start with?
I know we talked a lot about politics. We talked about
Oh yeah,
Disney.
we had like a full-on political debate. We talked about Disney and streaming services. We talked about restaurants, like our favorite places to
restaurants?
eat.
Oh yeah, you had questions you asked us.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was supposed to be, but
And then it kind of
we-
just offshooted to like randomness.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
That
a
was
lot.
awful.
It's a lot, guys. We talk a lot about Josh's obsession with goldfish.
oh yeah, I was crushing a whole bag of goldfish that entire episode.
Sure,
My
that'd be
fat
lovely to
man.
hear.
I have it right here. How many calories is this? So there's 6 servings per container, 140 calories per serving.
You had at least 5.
That's a lot of calories. That's
You had 700 calories
Yeah.
worth of goldfish
and
last
that's me
night.
crushing that. That's on top of whatever I
On
drink.
top of like 5 Angry Orchards.
Yeah.
It was a lot. you
Well,
know.
thank you all for listening.
Yeah.
If
See you
you
next
stuck
time.
around, I've noticed our viewership is going up,
Mhm.
which is dope. So
Yeah, keep
for
telling
some
your
reason.
friends.
yeah, for
Yeah,
some
for
reason
some
they're
reason.
still listening. So
You guys still care what we have to say.
yeah. I feel like I say it every time. There's so many things I want to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just taking some time to get it all situated, but
Mm-hmm.
I do have I kind of want like a man on the ground
Yes.
kind of thing
God,
that I've been
yes.
trying to run by a few people that
Mhm.
they'd basically we'd have them go do weird stuff and they'd record it and they can come back and we can play the recording and we can talk to them like why did you do that?
Yeah.
And-
What was
and,
your
you know,
experience? Yeah.
send them to a Miley Cyrus concert and tell me about his
Uh-huh.
your experience though.
We had to send him to Coachella next year.
Yeah. And I got another thing. We should start that. Have like I guess we need to set that up somewhere where we can have questions.
Yeah.
People can ask us questions. We're gonna answer some. Like a Q&A type.
Mhm. I mean, you can DM us on Instagram or send us a message on Facebook,
Yeah, we can do that.
Twitter, any of that.
I need to put out our Discord. I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone knows what that is, but if you
Mhm.
if you don't, it's basically it's kind of like Skype but better in my
Yeah.
opinion. So we actually have our own little server there where you can get on it and you can actually talk to us if you want. Once I get the show set up how I want, we should be able to take calls through Discord. So that would be pretty dope.
Mhm. But yeah, if you have certain things you want us to talk about or questions you want to ask,
Yeah,
Hit us
ask
up.
anything and we'll answer it.
to
No, anything.
well within reason. No.
no, anything.
No.
I will answer it.
Okay.
Um,
It may not be accurate, but we'll answer it.
accurate.
Accurate.
All right. So thank you all for listening. We'll see you. Actually, we're going to have our first Thursday podcast. I said it last time, but it just, life is crazy. We should be recording it here in the next couple days. And Thursday will be our first little side project. I think we're still going to cover Gamescom.
Yeah.
I didn't really get to talk about it. So basically, it's going to be more of we haven't really talked about video games a lot on this podcast.
Wow, Alex.
Wow. Get out.
No.
We haven't really talked about video games a lot, so we're gonna, open it up to like what kind of games we like to play, things like that, and then lead it into Gamescom, things that we're looking forward to. And
So in the meantime, if there's anything from Gamescom you're really excited about, let us know and
yeah,
tell you how we feel about it too.
Yeah. Reddit hopefully will be up soon. That way people can post things that maybe if you got something hot and you want us to talk about, just leave it there. Once that's all set up, we'll make a big post on Facebook and just push it out to everyone. But
Yeah.
all right. I think how many times have I tried to end it?
Like
4?
I'd say at least 4 at this
4?
point.
Okay. Well, everyone, thank you for listening. I'm trying to find the button to turn this off while I stall. All right, found it. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening, and hope
Tagger it.
to
Tagger
hear
it.
from you later. Tagger it. Emily, say it. Yell it. Yell it as loud as you can.
Accurate.
Oh, come on. What is that?
End
Yell
it.
Yell it. Press it.
Press the goddamn button.
Okay. Dog, you're it.